Got a Photoshop question? Brought to you by the National Association of Photoshop Professionals. It's Ask Dave.
This round I'm not answering a specific question from a specific person, but quite a few people have asked about presets in Photoshop, brush presets and layer styles and that kind of thing, and how we control those. So I want to talk today about the preset manager. So let's take a look at some of the panels that we're talking about. It includes the swatches panel, so if you have colors you've added, the styles panel, let's put this back to kind of a thumbnail. So if you've added custom styles, also it's the brushes, so if you've added any custom brushes, gradients, all of those things are controlled by the preset manager. First of all, the contents of these panels. So for example, in the styles panel, there are a few styles that are there by default, which frankly are not, let's just say, terribly useful. So if you don't want them there, then you don't have to have them there. You can remove them or reorganize or do whatever you want. And that applies to all the different panels that include presets. So the way we do it is you go to the Preset Manager under the Edit menu. It's going to pop up and say, okay, here are the types of presets we can add: brushes, swatches, gradient styles, patterns, contours, custom shapes, and tools. So let's look at the brushes since we're here. And basically it's going to show you what the current contents of the brushes panel is. So this is all the standard brushes, and then from here to here, I'm just holding down the Shift key, these are all custom brushes that I have created. Well, one of the things we can do with the Preset Manager is to create a backup set so that if anything goes wrong, you won't lose these custom brushes. So we do that by selecting the brushes and clicking Save Set. When you do that, it's going to prompt you initially to save it into the appropriate preset folder, in this case brushes. And that's actually not a bad idea, because when you do that, the next time you launch Photoshop, your brushes will actually appear in the pull down menu in the brushes panel. What I would recommend doing is do this first, then do it a second time. So let's pretend I've already saved that. Then I hit Save Set again, but this time I'm going to go outside to some folder I set up called, I don't know, My Presets. And I save things into there outside of Photoshop. That way, that serves two purposes. One, it gives you a backup plan in case you lose your presets, but also it means when you come time when you're upgrading Photoshop and you want to switch presets or move them from one version of Photoshop to another, that's how you do it. So that's one aspect of the Preset Manager. The other is as simple as this. Let's go to the Styles panel, and again, there are some styles in here which I just don't want, or maybe I don't want them to be quite up here. Like these first few, I really don't use these very much up to here, so I could take all of these and drag them down so they're further down in the list. So now the presets that I've created appear first. When I click Done, you'll see right away the Styles panel update. So the Preset Manager also controls the contents of what's there, what's visible, so you can delete things if you want. It is also possible to go back to the Preset Manager, and let's say you download a series of brushes from somewhere and you want to add some of them into the brushes panel. So you would choose Load, go and find the custom brushes that you have imported, and then go through and go, I don't really want that one in there, I don't need that, so let's delete. So this is how you can kind of customize it a step further, is by deleting or adding brushes. So that just gives you a quick overview. I think a lot of people could frankly spend a little more time organizing their presets, so then when they go to all these panels like styles and swatches and gradients and brushes, it'll just be a lot easier to use the presets that are there for you.
Ask your short Photoshop question using the contact form here at Kelby TV or through Twitter at Dave Cross. Thanks for watching Ask Dave, brought to you by the National Association of Photoshop Professionals and the Dave Cross Workshops. We'll see you next time.